everybody, welcome back to my channel, Makeup with V. Today I'm going to be doing a beauty favorites video. I haven't done one of these in so long, so I've got quite a few products that I want to share with you guys that I have just been obsessing over for the past few months. Most of it I am wearing on my face today. I will try and make this video not a bajillion years long. So we're gonna head straight on into it. First off, we're gonna start with some skincare products. A few months ago, I really changed up my skincare routine. I started using moisturizing and hydrating products. The first of which is from the Face Shop, and it is from their Chia seed range. Now this is their Chia seed hydrating emulsion. I have been using this basically just as a moisturizer, and it is just so nice. It's not a thick gluggy consistency. It's really nice and thin, but it stays really wet for a while, so you can really kind of tell that once you leave it on your face, it's really gonna sink in. I actually got a sample of this in one of my Bella boxes. It came with a serum and a toner, and when I went to the Face Shop to have a look at the whole range, it's actually quite expensive, so I didn't buy all three. I just went for the hydrating emulsion, and it has been treating my skin so well. So before I go to bed, I pop this on my face. So yeah, really loving the Chia seed range, and I think I'm gonna be continuing that for a while. My skin seems to really like having the moisture and the hydration. Now the second bit of skincare that I wanted to talk about is also from the Face Shop, and it is their Jeju Volcanic Ash Nose Strips. These are just like their blackhead clearing nose strips, so you just pop it on your nose, leave it for 15 minutes and pull it off, and it kind of unclogs all your pores. What I really noticed about these ones is that I didn't feel like it was damaging my skin. A lot of them can be really harsh, and when you pull them off, it's like you're peeling off a layer of your skin. These are really nice and gentle on the skin. It doesn't say specifically that they're for sensitive skin, but they are so gentle and I'm really enjoying using them. On to more of the makeup side of things. I have found a new beauty sponge. As you all know, I am obsessed with the Real Techniques Miracle Beauty Blender? Miracle Beauty Sponge? I can never remember what it's called. But I have found one that is so similar, and it's a similar price as well. So those of you who love the Real Techniques sponge like I do, if you give this one a go, I feel like you will love it also. It's from the brand Eco Tools, and it is their large base blender. Now this is the shape. It's dirty because I used it to put my makeup on today. I probably should have washed it, but I didn't really think about it. So it's got this beautiful dome on one end, pretty similar to a beauty blender, but it's also got this flat edge here and this flat edge at the top. This part here is amazing for doing under the eyes with your concealer, or for baking under the eyes also. And then this round domey bit here is really great for all over the face. Because it's got the 2 points on this end here, you can really get into those corners really easily, and it's nice and porous. You can either use it wet or dry, but I only really like to use them wet. I find that they're just easier and gives you a really nice finish. But yes, I'm so happy that I found a more affordable version of the Beauty Blender to go with my Real Techniques sponge. A powder that I have been using non-stop is from Mecca, and it is their Blur Veil Wet and Dry Powder Foundation. Now, ooh, look, as you can see, I've pretty much hit pan on this, so I'm definitely due for a new one. This is the best finishing powder. It's really affordable. It's under $25. I am in the shade Light. I use it as a finishing powder, so I pop it on after my foundation just to lock everything in. It does have a color to it, obviously, but not so much that it really alters the color of your foundation. So it's really nice, sets everything in. I really think it does control those oils along with the foundation that I wear, but at the end of the day, I don't see myself being really kind of oily at all. It's just really great, no flashback, and I use it for under my eyes as well to really set my concealer, and it just does such a great job. And because it's so cheap, you really can't go wrong. So Mecca Max have really done really well. Now I'm going to go on to a few products from the same brand, and it is from the Fenty Beauty brand that is launched. As soon as it launched, I bought a few of their products. Now I'm still testing a few out because some of the highlighters you don't really wear every day, so you can't really tell whether you love them or not. They're kind of like more of a special occasion thing. So once I've worn them a few more times, I'll give you my opinions on those. But for now, I'm going to talk to you about the primer, the foundation, and 2 of the Killawatt highlighters that I purchased. So first off is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. Now this is beautiful. It is so nice on the skin. It's a really light shade and it blends out to nothing basically. It doesn't feel really too tacky, but it does feel tacky so that you can tell that your foundation is really gonna stick to it and lock in. And it hasn't clogged my pores, it hasn't irritated my skin, so really happy with this one. Now onto probably my favorite makeup product that I found in a really long time is the foundation. Oh my gosh, I cannot rave enough about this foundation. I am an oily skin type, as I've said 5 million times on my channel. I really need to stop saying that. But this foundation is amazing. It says it gives you a soft matte finish, and for me, it's just like a whole new world. I really go for the intense matte full coverage foundations. I was a little bit skeptical when it said soft matte. I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be a bit too dewy for me. Maybe it's not really gonna settle down into the matte that I usually prefer. But this is, oh, it's amazing. It leaves your skin looking kind of naturally matte, I wanna say. It's like, your face doesn't look powdery and it also doesn't look too dewy. It just looks really natural, gives you a little bit of a sheen, but not that it makes you look shiny or oily, and it lasts all day long. I wear this to work every single day, but it just looks so perfect all the time. There's a huge shade range and I just can't rave enough about it. What I will say is that it dries down really quickly, so if you're prone to doing dots all over your face and then slowly blending it all in, I wouldn't do that because it's going to get really hard to blend. I would do half your face first, blend it in, and do the other half, or in the middle, then go outer, or whatever you want. Just don't do your whole face all at once. Definitely a new holy grail foundation for me. Now the last Fenty Beauty items that I want to talk about are their Killawatt highlighters. Now I've got this one in Mean Money and Hustler Baby. And this second one is Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I was so annoyed when I first got it. I poked a hole in one of the sides and I ripped it out with my nail. It was so sad. I hadn't even used it yet. These highlighters are amazing. So amazing. If I'm honest, I've been more leaning towards the Mean Money and the Hustler Baby than the Lightning Dust and the Fire Crystal, mainly because we're coming into spring and summer in Australia, so I've been keeping my looks really nice and warm and trying to not go as icy. As you can see in comparison, Mean Money is quite a bit warmer than the Fire Crystal, so I have tended to lean more towards this one. I thought it was going to be too dark for my skin tone, but I've got it on today and I have literally, it's the only highlighter that I've been using lately. It lasts all day and it just gives you just such an amazing shine. And it's just like, oh, I love it so much. And it's really great that there's 2 in 1, because there's like a lighter, more subdued one, and then there's one that has a bit more glitter and a bit more oomph in it. So I'm mainly just using this for every day, for when I go to work, and then at nighttime if I'm going for dinner, if I'm going out, I pop on the Hustler Baby and it just transforms the whole highlighter. And it's just the best and I love them so much. So that's all for Fenty Beauty. Now on to some more affordable makeup, and it is from the brand Sports Girl. Sports Girl, as a lot of you will know, is a clothing shop, and they have had a makeup range for a really long time, and for some reason I've just never reached for it. I watched a YouTube video on a few of the highlighters that they have, and I was reading the comments and I was kind of like, oh, is this YouTuber just saying that they love it because they're sponsored by it? And then as I was looking through the comments, people were saying, nah, they're actually amazing, amazing highlighters. Now, I do have a palette that I have yet to try out because the colors are really, really cool tone. So I'm waiting for like a festival or something really fun to use them with. But I did pick up 2 other things in their makeup range. So the first is the Bronze Me bronzing powder. And I used this in a recent video. And it is just such a beautiful bronzer. First of all, I love how massive the pan is. It's basically the size of the palm of my hand. It's huge. And I love just kind of putting a massive brush in there and just kind of dusting it all over my face. I'm a bit over contouring at the moment. It just takes too long and a bit too much effort. So I'm really getting into the bronzers and using bronzers instead of specific like contour powders. This is so great. It's a matte bronzer, so for those of you who don't like shimmers on your face, this would be perfect for you. And it's just a really, really great bronzing powder. And it is $14.95. For a pan that's that big, you can't go wrong. Really, really great product. And this next product is the Sports Girl Shades of Summer eyeshadow palette. And it's got this really, really pretty, it's a white plastic, but it's kind of got like a rainbow finish on it when you move it around. It's really pretty. And these are the shades inside. Now look at those. How beautiful are they? You can create an entire look with this palette. I've got it on my eyes right now. And as you can see, you've got a few transition shades in here. And I've popped this beautiful red shimmer up here. It's kind of like a red shimmer with flecks of pink and gold, and it is just gorgeous. It's just so great that they have an eyeshadow palette where you can use just this palette and you've got heaps and heaps of different looks. Really great for if you're just starting out with makeup and don't want to spend a fortune because you're not sure if you know how to use them properly. Like, this would be a great one to start off with. So yeah, I was really surprised with the Sports Girl makeup that they were so good. I'm definitely going to be going back and having a look at the range again and seeing what else I want to pick up. Next up is a blush that I have absolutely been loving. Disclaimer, I have only been using it for a week, so I haven't been using it for a very long time, but for the short period of time that I have been using it, I have been loving it. And it is the Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop Blusher from Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury just kills it with the packaging every time. It's this lovely rose gold accents and it's just, oh, amazing. But this is the pan. As you can see, it's got like a lighter pink out the side and then a deeper pink in the middle. So you just swish your brush around the whole thing and it's a really, really beautiful rosy blush. I don't have a lot of those. I haven't been using a lot of those. I've been going more towards the peachy side. So when I got this, I was kind of like, oh, is it too pink? Not really my thing. But as soon as you pop it on the cheeks, it just gives you such a natural rosy glow and I love it so much. Charlotte Tilbury is definitely a pricey brand, but I would definitely recommend if you are going overseas where they do sell Charlotte Tilbury or you feel like treating yourself, this blusher is so good. On to a lipstick. I wanted to have a chat with you about the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Trophy Wife, and I have it on my lips today and it is just such a beautiful color. I have raved about Huda Beauty lipsticks for so long. They're one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas to wear. So comfortable, so long wearing, and I bought the mini pink selection and it's the pink edition liquid matte minis. And the only one that I've really tried out is the Trophy Wife, which is what I'm wearing now. And the formula is exactly the same as the other shades that I have, and I just love it so much. On to 2 mascaras that I've been trying lately and really loving for 2 different reasons. So we'll start off with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes. Same beautiful packaging as the blush, the kind of burgundy brown with the rose gold accents. Now this mascara I was a bit skeptical about because I'm not a huge fan of these, what are they called, bristles? Wands? I'm not sure. But this is a beautiful mascara. It really makes your lashes look really long, separates them out, doesn't give them a lot of volume but makes them look really naturally long and just beautiful. So for every day, this is perfect. It's the perfect mascara. And then when I want to have a little extra something something for my lashes, I go for the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. Now I'm pretty sure I've talked about this on my channel before, but I've never actually had a full size of this. I've always got it from Sephora when I have enough points. They've had it a couple times in their like rewards. So when you purchase something at Sephora, you get like the equivalent points. So if you buy something that's $50, you get 50 points. And one of the rewards is usually like a miniature size mascara. So I've got that 2 times and I've been trying to make it last. But recently there was the Sephora sale for if you're a black and a gold member, you got 20% off. So I decided to kind of treat myself and get a full size version of the Velvet Noir mascara. So that was a little treat to me. This is the type of wand that I usually am obsessed with and can never really go wrong with, where it's kind of fatter on the outsides and thinner in the middle. This gives you so much volume, it's insane. So this is what I mean when I want to give my lashes a little extra something something. I usually go in with this to make them look long and separate them, and then I go in with this to give them like heaps of volume. As a lot of you know, I don't know how to put fake eyelashes on, so I was really trying to look for a mascara that would give me fake lashes, and this is just perfect. So perfect. And these together, they're just a dream. Last but not least, I am going to tell you about a perfume that I have been obsessing over. Actually, no, that's a lie. I bought it 2 years ago on my first trip to New York. It was like a massive thing and I was like, oh, I want to get something to remind me of my trip. And I wore this perfume throughout the whole week that I was there. And I got it from Saks Fifth Avenue and it was the whole thing. And I kind of had just forgotten about it because for a really long time you couldn't actually purchase it in Australia yet. So I kind of just forgot about it. And then my parents went overseas and I asked them to get it for me duty free because it is quite an expensive perfume. And it is the Alaia perfume. I don't know if it actually has a name. And it comes in this beautiful bottle. And this is definitely a more summery fragrance, I would say. It is a little bit vanilla-y. Oh, it smells so good. And also it has the added benefit for me that whenever I smell it, it reminds me of New York. Now, since I have been to New York, it's been a couple years, so they do actually sell this in Australia at David Jones. So if you're ever in David Jones, definitely go and have a spritz of this and let me know what you think because I am obsessed with it. I love it so much. And that is all for my beauty favorites for, I guess, the past few months. I can't really quantify it because it's just been too long. But I will definitely keep you guys more up to date with the makeup that I've been loving. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you in my next one. Bye!